Assalamu alaikum ladies. So this is going to be a very quick video before I head out. I hope it's going to be quick inshallah. On a new discovery. I was actually supposed to wait a little bit longer to see whether I wanted to rave about this, but I can't not contain myself. I think this is one of the best beauty secrets that I've discovered. It's a cleanser and it is a part of something that's very popular called the oil cleansing method, and you can Google this to find out more information, so I shan't go into it in too much detail, but I'll just tell you what I've been using. Now this has been my cleanser for the past, I would say, over a fortnight. Usually they say it takes about 3 months for you to be able to see tangible results from any change in your skincare. I literally began to see a change or the positive effects from this cleansing method within about 3 days. So about 3 days later, I began to see that my skin was clearer. I was having this horrible breakout on my chin. Literally, the last time I had a breakout like that was when I was pregnant. If you've had pregnancy-induced acne before, you know, ladies, what it is like. It is absolutely horrific. And it was starting here, and there was like, I didn't know what to do. Usually I dry it out. I put on a cream that will dry it out. And this time Heather, my really good friend Heather, told me about this, and I wanted to just immediately try that instead of trying anything else because she raved about it so much. For those of you who don't know Heather, she is the delusional mom. She's done a blog post about this. I'll link that in the description box under this video, and I will also link her channel, so definitely go and check her out. Her writing is very witty and she's a very beautiful person, mashallah, so I highly recommend her blog, and definitely go and read her blog post entry. She's the one who converted me onto this. Prior to that, I was using my Lush cleanser. I've used Lizelle, what's it called? Hot Cloth Cleanse and Polish. I think that's what it's called. I also use the Elemis cream cleanser, and this hands down beats all of them. The oil cleansing method often involves the use of different types of oils, and it really depends on what your skin is like in order for you to determine what A, the best oil is for you to use, and B, the best proportions of the oils that you're using. I opted to use olive oil, A, because I love it and it's multifunctional, and B, because I strongly believe that it has healing properties. SubhanAllah, I think that the oil has been given properties of shifa, and that it can soothe and heal and really rejuvenate the skin. So I wanted to definitely use olive oil, and that's what Heather uses as well. In fact, she uses both of these oils. So here's my olive oil. It is in a Fanta bottle because my brother-in-law bought this olive oil for me from Albania. So yes, it's not Fanta, I assure you. And the other oil is castor oil. You want to start off by sort of experimenting and figuring out which proportion best fits your skin type, because it's a beautiful concoction. It works really well, but you kind of do have to fiddle with it to figure out what's best for your skin. Olive oil is fantastic for dehydrated or dry skin. It might not be the best thing if you have extremely oily or acne prone skin. In that case, you might want to substitute the olive oil itself or part of that proportion of the olive oil for something like jojoba oil. And sometimes you need to be careful with castor oil because too much of it can dry out your skin. I began with a 1:1 proportion, and I literally worked with teaspoon quantities to start off with. So I take a teaspoon of olive oil and a teaspoon of castor oil, mix it up and use that on my face. I then realised my skin felt ever so slightly tight after I used it, so I figured that I needed to up the quantity of the olive oil and use slightly less castor oil. So I then began to use 2 parts olive oil and 1 part castor oil. So 2/3 of the olive oil and 1/3 of the castor oil. And that worked really well for me. At that point, I went and purchased one of these, don't fall over. I purchased one of these travel squirty bottles from Superdrug. Don't fill it right the way to the top, but I did about 2/3 olive oil, and this was just an approximation, and 1/3 castor oil. You've got to shake it up really well after you mix them up because there are 2 oils and they'll sit separately. And then I give it a shake before I use it as well. I've been using this every day, every evening. And what I do is I use 2 pumps of this, warm it up in my fingers like this, and then I massage it all over my face. You need to do that for a good 30 seconds to a minute. This is a very gentle way of removing the oils from your face because this mixture will actually go into your pores, and any buildup of oil that you've got there, it will break it down. And it's the buildup of that oil that actually then begins to harbour bacteria, clogs your pores, and that's when you get breakouts. Then I take either a hand towel or a muslin cloth, wet it in extremely hot water. Now you want it as hot as you can handle. Don't obviously scald yourself with it, but get it as hot as you can handle, wring out the excess water, and then I take the towel and leave it on my face for a couple of seconds. And the steam from that hot towel or muslin cloth will actually open up your pores and just prepare your skin better for the treatment. I then wipe off the oil. Now if I've got makeup on, I will do it Twice will suffice, but sometimes I'll do it 3 times just for that extra bit of pampering, just to make sure I've taken the makeup off properly. I will use it over my eyes as well, but if I have got eye makeup on, I always go and remove the eye makeup with a Q-tip and a cotton pad with a separate eye makeup remover, and that's just because I don't like for anything to build around my eyes, and my eyes can get sensitive when I do that. If I am not wearing makeup on that day, then I cleanse my face using this method just the once, and that does the job. Now, you want to know about the effects, don't you? My skin felt more refined. My skin tone began to get more even. I don't know how that happened. The acne that I was getting began to clear up. My skin just began to clear up. It just felt more hydrated. And this might be a bit TMI, but I'm going to be frank with you guys just to tell you how amazing this is. I never considered myself to be somebody who's got blackheads. But Heather told me it's really good at removing blackheads, so I thought, okay, this was a couple of days following my using this oil cleansing method. I thought, right, let me go and just have a look. And I began to sort of press on my nose, and all of these gunk started coming out of the pores. Gross, I know, but it is what it is. It was there, and the oil just literally, it just cleans the pores so well that stuff you didn't even know was there will just come out. In terms of a moisturizer usage, what I do sometimes is I will take a tiny drop of this after I've cleansed and rub that very lightly all over the face, or I will just use my normal moisturiser. That's it, that's my rave review of this cleansing method. I hope you guys give it a go, inshallah. I'm going to just tell you about a giveaway very quickly because I realise this video is quite long and I've got to run. I am going to do a giveaway for these. These are badges that were made by my wonderful friend Nye Armstrong. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Nye's work. These are badges she made over Ramadan, and she designed them for her website. I'll link her website, her channel, her Facebook and all of that in the description box under this video. Definitely go and check her out. I'm going to be giving away 4 of these. 2 of them are going to go to 2 comments that I picked from under this video here on YouTube, and the other 2 will go to 2 comments from people who comment under the video on Facebook, and you can enter from anywhere in the world. In fact, I'm going to put all of the details, all of the rules and what you have to do to enter in the description box under this video, so definitely go and check that out. I hope you guys enter, and also let me know how you guys get on with this cleansing method if you give it a go. Have an amazing week, look after yourselves and look after the people around you, inshallah. Smile, and I'll catch you soon. Toodles.